Today's horoscope, Virgo April 19th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Mars begins its journey through your privacy and soul sector today, where it will transit until June 17th. This is a cycle for researching and reflecting upon your goals. If some plans or projects need to end, now can be the time to put them to rest. It can also be a period when past actions catch up with you. You are channeling more energy into private matters during this period. On a more overt level, Mars here can also encourage you to take it easy. You have a strong need for extra rest and time to yourself. You will be mulling over recent events, relationship developments, and desires over the coming 2 months. And this is a necessary process as you decide what is serving your best interests and what you need to improve or cut out of your life. With the moon moving into your creative sector today, however, you can be in the mood to connect, share, and enjoy and express yourself. A sizzling period for your sex life has arrived. While it is true that you'll still be dealing with some of the disorientation from the post-shadow phases fading behind you, you'll have a chance to explore your most sensitive parts today. As mighty Mars, the red planet of sex, passion, and drive, holds hands in a divine trine with majestic Neptune in your solar house of intimacy, you could find that you're bellowing out roars and moans with your one and only. Detach from reality to explore scintillating sensual pleasure, and you'll quickly feel more at peace. What will light a fire under your butt? You may have felt lackluster about your professional goals and workplace since the end of 2024. Something either in your personal life or professional path could have dinged your confidence. You may have become lazy, which may have led to not taking the initiative when there was a chance. Thankfully, your inner spark should light up after Mars re-enters Leo. Although this will help you regain your confidence, consider what you can take away from the period of rest during the last Mars retrograde. The place to focus your energies these days is in your home. Give yourself time to putter around. And even if you don't actually clean or tidy up, it will be useful to make a list of things that you want to do. The configuration of the planets will support the disciplined attention you give to your home. Maybe it is time to start cleaning out some of the clutter that has miraculously accumulated in corners you don't go through regularly. Open your eyes to your kitchen and bathroom especially and discover what you need to make your life better. Blending in can be very important for you on this day. Generally, you find greater solace with members of your own family, and this is not likely to be any different now. However, the need for belonging can be enhanced under this day's vibration. This can make you more sensitive, and you need to watch out that you don't overreact or take things too personally. Consider time with close friends, as well, as this can bring you a feeling of acceptance. If you have felt like a rat on a treadmill of late, then Mars' return to a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart today can help with that. Mars had returned in November for what is normally the start of the 6-week wind-down of your current 2-Mars cycle, a point when you are often running on empty and there is a chance to recharge your batteries before his return to Virgo. That was put on hold when he retrograded back out, with his return today finally giving you that chance. Life will probably push back, making knowing when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off a lot more important. It is just as the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, is settling into her early days back in your communication sector that Saturn begins to cross the lunar nodes. This is something that every planet moving through your relationship sector this year has done, giving you a window into the lunar nodes' policing of a balance between your own and your relationship needs. The difference this time is that Saturn takes this seriously and you have the support of planets that can keep the communication lines open. Daily Planetary Overview. As Mars re-enters bold, expressive Leo, we officially begin the second half of the post-shadow period following Mars retrograde, a cycle that spanned from December 2024 into early January 2025. Think of this time as a cosmic checkpoint, where you're gently nudged to look back over the ground you've covered in the last few months. What challenges tested your resilience? What decisions sparked regret or growth? Which passions did you put on pause, and which ones are asking to be revived? Mars in Leo brings fire, flair, and a renewed sense of self-confidence, but only if you're willing to do the inner work. It's not about pretending everything's fine or forcing a comeback. Instead, this is your opportunity to reflect on what that retrograde revealed about your impulses, your desires, your confrontations, and your courage. There may still be loose ends to tie up, conflicts to resolve, actions to finish, or dreams to reignite, but the energy is shifting in your favor. Think back to a time recently when things didn't go as planned. Maybe you felt blocked, misunderstood, or like your energy was just out of sync. Mars retrograde can often feel like swimming upstream. Now, as Mars strides confidently into Leo, it's as though you've reached a calmer stretch of the river. You're invited to flow again, but this time with awareness, wisdom, and maybe a little more grace. This transit is also a chance to reinvigorate your relationships. Whether romantic, platonic, or professional, your genuine warmth and openness are magnetic right now. You may find that people are naturally drawn to you, eager to spend time or engage in deeper conversations. If you felt disconnected from someone you care about, this is a perfect time to reconnect, not with pressure, but with presence. On a romantic level, the energy is ripe for intimacy and shared joy. Couples may find themselves rediscovering each other, and singles might notice sparks flying in unexpected places. Try planning something simple yet heartfelt, like a spontaneous evening walk or a meal shared without distractions. Sometimes the most meaningful moments aren't planned but lived with intention. You may also find yourself questioning your direction or feeling a little uninspired in your personal life. If your routines feel stale and your relationships slightly muted, this is the cosmos gently prompting you to shake things up. Organize an outing, reconnect with old friends, or try something completely out of the ordinary. Paint, dance, hike, or volunteer. Re-engaging with life in new ways can spark the kind of energy that's been missing. Financially, the stars are aligned in your favor. If you've been considering making a move, whether it's a new investment, a side hustle, or simply reviewing your budget, this is a favorable time to act. Trust your instincts, but don't rush. Look for deals, stay organized, and make decisions based on long-term value, not fleeting temptation. That purchase you're eyeing, ask yourself, will this still bring me joy or benefit in a month? Clarity and confidence will guide you toward the right choices. On the physical front, now is the time to reconnect with your body. If you've let movement slip through the cracks lately, maybe in favor of long workdays or cozy nights, and don't beat yourself up. Instead, use this Mars-fueled momentum to ease back into physical activity in a way that feels enjoyable. You don't have to become a marathon runner overnight. Even short, invigorating walks, stretching with the morning sun, or trying a new fitness class can do wonders for your energy and mood. Remember, movement is not punishment, it's a celebration of what your body can do. And lastly, be mindful not to overextend yourself. With all this forward momentum, it might be tempting to say yes to everything. But taking on too much can quickly deplete the very energy you're trying to harness. You don't need to prove your worth through productivity. Your value is inherent. Rest when you need to. Say no when necessary. Boundaries, after all, are a form of self-respect. So as Mars charges ahead in fiery Leo, let this be your reminder: you are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to outgrow old patterns. You are allowed to want more for yourself, your relationships, your work, and your joy. Take a moment and ask yourself, what lesson did Mars retrograde leave you with? Is there a part of your life that's asking for more honesty, more bravery, more love? Let me know in the comments what this period has brought up for you. Have you had any realizations? Is there something you're ready to release or ready to begin again? Your experience could inspire someone else who's navigating a similar path. Whatever you're facing, remember, this is your time to rise, to reflect, and to move forward with renewed purpose. One thoughtful step at a time.